Hello everyone, I am the TCG Gimmick and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to look at our second eBay mystery lot buy. This was 10 bucks. This is part 2. I bought $20 worth of these plus shipping was another $7. So it's about $30 in total, trying to get $15 back per box. The listing was $10 for a 1,000 card lot with the chance of a booster pack. And in the first video, I thought we did pretty well. We got one mythic out of the entire video, which wasn't great. We got a couple of pretty looking borderless cards. We got a decent amount of rares and things like that. So I don't think we did too bad trying to get to our $10. But we were trying to get probably at around closer to 60 in total if possible, but unlikely. And yeah, we did get a sealed booster pack in there. It was Uninfinity or something like that is the name of the booster pack. So maybe we'll get one here, maybe we won't. We will not know until we find out. So let's get into this. All right. Not bad. Decent amount of cards inside there. Looks like we do have a sealed booster. We do have a couple cards in sleeves. We have a card in a top loader. So that's fancy. We will take this out. We have a top loader card for last. Because you're going to figure you're going to top load a card. It's probably going to be a pretty good card, right? That's the hope at least. Or we could be wildly disappointed. Either way, let's get into this. So I'm going to start out with the booster pack like I did last time. And then we'll get into everything else. The booster pack is Wild of Eldraine Draft Booster. I'm pretty sure the draft boosters don't nearly have as many good cards that you can pull, but are still fun nonetheless. So there are some valuable cards, just not as many as like whatever the other thing you can get is. Weird little token thing. We have an island. Spreading the Seas. That's a cool looking card, but I know it's not worth anything. I don't want my camera look so gross. Give me a second, guys. I am not going to stand for this. Alright, guys, so let's get into this. I like to make note that I've actually already tried to do this, so I know what some of these cards are in advance because I forgot to hit play on my video that I paused. So, on the recording, so. Yeah, I do have some idea about what some of these cards are, but it's okay. Nothing good has come up yet. One good thing has, and I will kind of get to that when I get to that, but some antiquity guy there. We have a foil here, some things like that. I got a couple cards off to the side here. I'll show you. They're foiled, or they're in cases. Which I was saying earlier, I don't know why some of these cards are in sleeves, but they are. And there's these two here. But no, I was talking about this. We have a Savannah Lions, Savannah L Loves Heart 21. Very cute message. Signed on the card. So can't do anything with that selling wise. But I could possibly start making a video at the end of the year. Of like all the lots that I open up and be like, oh, these are funny things that I found. And this could be the lead into that. So that'll go off to the side. Actually, it'll go in the back there for now until we got a better card to take over the slot. Well, whatever. It's there. All right, so I'm going to try and organize out some of this a little bit. Some of these sleeved cards are really throwing me off. There we go. Looks good. I like to point out, like, this is the stack that we have to go through over here. So. Okay. I'm glad one of these showed up in this video. One of these also showed up in last video. I don't know. This looks fake. Is it not? There's no set. There's an illustrator, but that could be like anybody. Fat white bordering, which I guess isn't the most uncommon thing, that some sets were kind of like that. But there's no year. Like, it's got to be a fake card, right? I ran into 2 copies of the same card in the last video, so I'm just gonna put that off to the side because interesting. And yeah, I will be pulling off the vintage cards. There will be in their own stack off to the side over there, because we say that due to the fact that we're getting a handful of vintage. Imperial armor. Nice. Samite Alchemist. So we did get a couple of really, really, really nice looking vintage cards the other day, or last video. So hoping to find some that are just as nice in this video. If this video does well, if I pull decent from it, I would be tempted to buy a couple more boxes from the seller. So I am not hating on it so far. They seem to be okay. A lot of nice mix of cards, old and new. We tend to get a decent amount of rares. So as long as I can make back at least the $30, maybe a little bit over, then I wouldn't be too disappointed trying to get another one. So Majestic Aracorn. This is a cool looking card. Laugh Burst. Ancient Grudge. Ta-da. These are, I like the set. The Theros set was kind of cool with the gods and all that. So not mad about that. Gotta be careful about some of these vintage. Some of these are fake vintage, as in they were made in the last couple of years for sets. But yeah. Vampire. I like vampires. I explained that in the last video. So can we get a good look down here? I don't, it's hurtful for my arms to keep going up top. So I'm hoping it doesn't look too bad down low, but I think it does. So I'm gonna have to get it to focus. There we go. Looks like a bunch of bulk commons as of right now. Oh, this is a cool one. Village Watch. They border, oh, and Harvest Tide there. See? Some of these cards are just so cool to look at. I would consider lowering my camera, but then you can't see the entire, whatever it's called, mat in front of me, and all my piles and stuff like that would be pointless to make. Oh, glad to see we got another of this guy. We got one in the last video as a foil. So here's the regular variant. Nothing too major sticking out to me right now, but I don't know. We're just at a bulk point. And now some of these were vintage. Let's see if I can. There. I'm not going to be perfect at it. It's all like a relative. I'm going to organize these out, get prices, figure that out later on anyway. So this is just kind of for the video, but I wanted to make it at least a little bit easier for me for later on. Another fat secondhand to go. Which, what I liked about the first box I did is that there was a bunch of like fat, like sleeved packs of cards. And it was like a bunch of commons and uncommons mixed together at the very beginning. But the back half was like foils and like a mixture of like rares and foils and stuff like that. I kind of wish this box did the exact same thing instead of just a bunch of bulk. Literally just a pile. Looked like it got shoved into a box. So, but what are you going to expect for $10? Not everything can be perfect about it. Firebolt. Okay. So, lack of what's it called? What is the word I'm looking for? Dialogue? Not dialogue, but like commentary. Lack of commentary. Pretty tired tonight, and I'm trying to. You know, it gets hard sometimes, you know? But some of these are really cool. We're just kind of going through the motions. Looks like it's, again, just mainly bulk commons, which I can't do much with having a bunch of bulk commons, you know? There's not much to talk about if the majority of what you're seeing is cards that are little to no value. So, let's hope that we're going to get into some nice stuff here soon. Which we do have some sleeve cards. Maybe this will kind of help turn around the situation here. Get us a little bit more excitement in the bank. I will say in this video, guys, if any of you guys have collections that you'd like to sell off at me, you know, small ones. I can't do like $500 collection buys. I just can't. I just don't have the capital for that. But like 10, 15, 20, 30, $50, maybe even $100, then I would totally talk to you guys about it. Message me with a couple of, you know, and we could definitely talk. I'd see a couple of pictures, see what I'm about to get into, but that would be kind of fun. And you could have it up on the video, and I would shout you guys out, and we could have a good time. Gonna make sure our video looks good here since we're about to come up to a couple of, this is just more randomly sleeved commons. Okay, vintage there. I mean, this is a cool looking card. Don't know it's sleeve. That's just a couple of rare, a couple of uncommons. Man, I don't understand. Sleeving on some of these is so strange to me. Path to Exile is probably like a buck. Ooh, this is a nice looking Path to Exile. Maybe this one will be a little bit more. It's a nice foil one, but I'm pretty sure Path to Exile was at least a buck or two. So that's not that bad. Van Helsing Holward. It looks really cool. So give credit to that. Yeah. I guess those are going to go there for now. Let's see. Vintage. The last handful were all vintage. So put those over there. But not a lot going on. And in this box in comparison to the other one, which is a little upsetting. It just doesn't feel like I've got the same energy for it. And it's not even just me. I think part of it is just how the box is done. It's just not as set up as nicely, and it's just not as exciting for some of it. And we're not really pulling too much in like the rare category or anything like that. Or actually, we've pulled no rare so far. So it looks like that other box might be a hard carry. Maybe we'll get a fat turnaround here, but maybe we got enough and decent bulk uncommons that it might not matter, or some of the vintage might be worth a little something. Because this one it's just bulk commons. Like, I guess you can't expect every single box to be made like equal, or else they're not really gonna make their money. But at the same time, there's got to be some level of, you know, wanting people to do like well or feel like they're doing well. Got a couple more foils here, but not that foils always mean much of anything, but like at least in some situations it's better to see foil than to not. At least it's much prettier to look at. Usually some of the prices in older cards, the foiling is much better. So this one here is nope, never mind, it's 2023 bulk common foil. Man, just disheartening. Not even a single rare so far. That is not good, guys. Like the other one had like a stack of rares. Like maybe like that thick. Maybe a little bit less, but still like a good amount. And this is not even one. So last little stack to go through before the sleeve card unveils. So maybe that sleeve card is just a decent heavy hitter. And didn't want to give away too much money inside the box because of it, but even that just seems unlikely. I'm a little bit more worried about the price in this box. Like I said, $15 is what we're trying to go for in the pricing of each of these boxes to kind of make back my money. Or one of them has to do significantly better than the other one in price to make up the $30 that I spent. But ideally, you'd want to make over the 30. You know, ideally you'd want to like double, like 60. If not double, then at least like 40, $50, like make $10, $15 on it. But and like we're talking about cards like as a dollar value or above, not like bulk commons that are going to be a lot harder to move and you don't make nearly as much money on. So we do have our sleeve card here, and it is the Tarrasque legendary creature. It's a mythic. Probably not very good. Doesn't seem like it would be very good. But what do I know? If I were to guess, knowing my luck with that being a mythic, it's probably more like a bulk mythic at around like $2 or $3. And now I'm sad. So, but like that's a quarter of the money right there that we need to make. A third, whatever you want to call it, a third. No, it's not even. It's a fifth. If we're gonna make it up to $15, it's only a fifth. So, not great. But what are you gonna do? Maybe there's something here, but not as impressed with this box as I was with the first one. Anyways, guys, there will be a second part to the video that'll show price up on screen for cards that are $1 and above, and I will kind of do like a bulk section of like, oh, I've got 150 cards that are like 10 cents. I got 50 cards worth like 30 cents to like 50 cents, or something like that. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the second part of this video if you so choose to go over there. But if you only cared about actually looking at the cards that I pulled, then here we are. This is what we got. Price will get figured out in the second part. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in another video soon. Peace.